All right, go
Okay.
ahead.
Tak, okay, tak you is it full screen? I don't have the time now. Okay, let's go. The meeting of the South San Francisco Parking Place Commission for Tuesday, June 8th at 5:08 p.m. Please come to order. May I have a roll call, please?
Yes, Vice Chairperson Monzon
Here.
and Chairperson Abarca
Yes.
and Commissioner Mafati is absent. Thank you.
Okay. Are there any changes to the order of the agenda?
Any questions, comments, or edits?
No, I'll review it. Looks fine to me.
Okay.
Okay. Is it the motion for this one or not?
No motion for this one.
No motion. Okay.
Just move on. Yeah.
Do we have any public comments?
No, we've not received any emails and we don't have anybody here from the public to comment.
Okay. Approval of the meeting minutes for the regular meeting, May 11, 2021. May I have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the meeting from May 11, 2021.
Okay, I will second. And now let's go items for staff, items from staff.
All right.
Should I read the title? The first
Sure.
item, item
do,
1.
Do it. We'll preserve
Yeah.
forum.
We'll
Go
practice.
ahead.
Yeah. Parking meter revenue report information from Chris Espiritu, Secretary to the Commission.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Sorry, everybody. Thank you, Jen. It's like we've been doing this for like a year plus, so we should have a handle on it now. All right. Can everyone see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So we ran a report on, so right now that we're in the June meeting, we ran a report on statistics from our parking meter revenue. And as you will see here, I highlighted it there, coin transactions and credit card transactions on all parking meters. Those are the ones that's accessible to the public. Were about 69,853 total transactions in May. That is actually, let me then scroll down to the revenue itself, which is about $54,167. And that is it's consistent with what we've been seeing since the beginning of the year and kind of getting out of the pandemic. That there's been an increase, and we're seeing that in revenue, including this year. Including May, which is that it is consistent with a 2 to 3% revenue growth since February. It was a big jump from January to February, and then again from February to March. But since then, it's been about a 2 to 3% revenue growth into May, and that's something we're basically gonna keep seeing at least for the next month or so, I believe. I'm not really making any predictions, but I know we're gonna just assume all of these are trending up and going up. Whether it goes up by another 2 to 3% by July is yet to be seen. And since the beginning of the year, 2021, cash versus credit card, at the meters are consistent. It's about a 52 to 47% split. But the little bit more folks using cash at our meters. Let's see. Is that it? Yeah, that was like the most important kind of highlights of the data we're getting from them. We're still getting into, Jen and I, this is our first month kind of accessing the system. So there is some information that we can pull from this data. It's recorded by zones. So it's not necessarily like we can pinpoint, let's say, for example, like the Miller Avenue garage and like the activity there. So we're still getting a hang of the system. And hopefully by the July one, we'll see relatively steady numbers, like what we're seeing. The only thing to kind of account for is that because school is out, right? And, there's more people, returning to the office, returning to, like there's more activity in our downtown, or citywide actually, because that's what this data is showing us, that we're expecting more transactions. So at any point we're able to share more detailed information, like occupancy at, at parking meters. We'll get that information to the commission as soon as we can. And with that, just let me know if there are any questions that I can answer.
Yeah, I have a couple of questions. Where can we see the monthly parking permits revenue, and what is the total parking place or parking commission total budget as of today?
That the first one, I know Jen and I spoke about this, that the parking permits are actually housed under finance. Was it, Jen? Yeah. So it's completely separate from like all of the live daily transactions that we get from the parking meters, and that's what we have access with. So we'll have to reach out to our finance department to kind of get more information on permit parking and those numbers.
Yeah, they just closed out May, so I will check with them, and by the next meeting, we'll have a little more information of at least a few consecutive months so that you can see the changes throughout.
Yeah.
And the second question, was that answered? Like, what is the total budget, or what is our? I'm sorry. What is the balance for our parking department?
You know what? I don't think we've ever wondered about that. So I think that's something we'll have to look into.
I see.
Yeah, I believe that revenues from parking go into the general fund. They're not housed or kept in a specific parking place commission account, but we can double check.
Yeah.
The reason I'm asking is because, we've been dreaming to have a second building garage, and it very often comes into question, like we don't have enough money, and it'd be nice to know how much we have, and it's like
that we can use the money from this
yeah,
fund,
because
actually.
we never know, we don't know what is we, and by experience, just as a reference, when we had our water bill increase through our taxes, we asked Brian, and he only had like 7 million, and his project was like 57, I think, or no. So we did ask him to keep us posted, let us know as residents. Same thing, I think, would be nice to at least know. And the other, okay, I'll stop there, but I have another comment.
Okay. We can move on to, are there any other questions on the revenue report for this month? Otherwise, we'll go ahead and move on to the next topic.
Items from the commission?
Yep. Oh, hang on. Yeah, we're at items for commission. So go ahead, Commissioner Monzon.
Yeah, I always wonder, I always try to capitalize on any opportunity, either at work and now as a commissioner. There is still happening some construction on 150 and 200 now. Is there any way that, I'm just curious if lot number 18, while still available, if that's still being used by those constructor companies, and because they're using anything that they can on Airport Boulevard and creating some, congestion there. So is there any way that we can reach out to that company to ask them to please use and buy public permit for lot 18 to make it formal, because they're really creating a lot of problems for the bus stop area. I know that's a comment for the next commission, but I had to mention it because it's, is anybody reaching to them? Hey, we have this lot. Are you using it? How many you're using? You will kill two birds, right? One, we take some cars out of that congestion area, which is Airport Boulevard between 150 and 200. And also the parking will have some revenue, and it'll be, more, they also, they're using something that the city has to offer.
Mhm.
We definitely, hi, this is Adina with the planning division. We definitely can. Chris, we can chat about that offline, but I'm happy to reach out to the 150 and 200 team if that would help, and just see kind of what this, first of all, like find out how long they're going to be, when the projects are going to wrap up, and see if they can shift some of their parking to lot 18.
Yeah, that'd be great.
And at the same time, if that's if it's an issue of a hazard that needs to be corrected, again, I want to point to that traffic advisory committee form that we discussed in traffic safety.
Okay.
And because we can actually raise these concerns if it's construction related. We typically had a construction coordination group, but I don't know if that was still in place, Adina.
I don't know, and that's actually a really good point. I think the right approach is to reach out to Omar. I think it's still happening. I can reach out to him and just see, because I know he's usually on that with the contractors.
Sure. Yep.
Yeah.
Like we'll follow up on that, and then we can add kind of like to go over procedures on what to do about like construction on the next meeting, to kind of clarify what we do in these situations.
We also often require, and this sometimes comes later in the project, and this certainly wouldn't be for 200 Airport, but it could be for 150. Once the garage is complete and the fire marshal and the chief building official signs off, we require construction traffic to park on site, to actually park in the garage. And that's generally in our conditions of approval. So we can look into that as well. Of course, that sometimes comes later in the project, but 150 might be there.
I see. Yeah, that will help them. Yeah, right. Okay, thank you.
Okay, any other
items?
No, I think I'm good.
Yeah,
Okay.
good. Okay, can I adjourn the meeting?
Yeah, please do.
Okay, the meeting is now adjourned at 5:22 p.m. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. We'll see you at the next one.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.